Constellation Creation Podcast, Cetus, by 3Nakahara-AkitaCetus. Cetus Facts. Cetus is made up of 14 main stars and one deep space object. Cetus's nickname can be the whale, the sea monster, or the shark. However, Cetus means whale in Latin. It is best seen in December at around 9 o'clock p.m. Cetus roams in the northern hemisphere. In the sky, Cetus is 70 degrees and negative 90 degrees latitude. Cetus was commonly depicted by the Greeks as a hybrid creature. It had 4 feet, huge jaws, and a scaly body like a giant serpent. Even though the constellation is known as the whale, the mythical drawings does not look like a whale. Cetus belongs to the Perseus family of constellations. The 6 main stars that make up Cetus. Beta Ceti is a red giant star that's approximately 96 light-years away from Earth. Beta Ceti has an absolute magnitude of 2.02. It has an orange-red color. The surface temperature of Beta Ceti can reach 4,797 kelvins. Beta Ceti is also Cetus's brightest star. Alpha Ceti is a red giant star. It's approximately 298 light-years away from Earth, and Alpha Ceti's absolute magnitude is approximately 2.53. Alpha Ceti's surface temperature can reach 3,795 kelvins. Omicron Ceti is a red giant. It is approximately 420 light-years away from Earth. Its absolute magnitude is approximately 6.57. Its surface temperature can also reach 3,000 kelvins. It was also one of the first variable stars, stars that magnitude changes over time, to ever be recorded. Tau Ceti is a yellow-orange medium star. It is approximately 12 light-years away from Earth. It has an absolute magnitude of approximately 5.69. Its surface temperature can reach 5,344 kelvins. Now, Tau Ceti is only about 75% the size of our Sun. However, its mass is very similar. Eta Ceti is an orange supergiant. It's approximately 3,230 light-years away from Earth. It has an absolute magnitude of 3.446. It has a surface temperature of approximately 4,356 kelvins. Theta Ceti is an orange giant star. It is approximately 123 light-years away. It has an absolute magnitude of 3.6. Its surface temperature can reach 4,660 Kelvin. The title of my creative writing story is See the Unknown. The worn and beaten dirt road was a sign that meant that they were slowly creeping away from civilization. Andy and her father were headed to a small cottage by the lake. As the trees cleared, Andy caught a glimpse of the immense lake. It seemed to stretch for miles. There was something spectacular yet eerie about the lake. I wonder what could be hiding underneath the surface, she thought. This summer vacation at the lake house would be the first time in years that Andy and her father would be able to spend some time together, even though for the next week she would be totally bored because they were in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do. Deep down inside, Andy was very much looking forward to being with her dad. Half the time we're here, it's going to be some history lecture. Andy rolled her eyes as she thought of this. Once they arrived at the gate, her father could barely get out of the car as he enthusiastically pointed to the rundown cottage. "This will be our home away from home," Andy's father exclaimed. As he began to unpack inside, Andy walked towards the water. Seeing the beautiful sunset piqued her interest. Maybe this trip won't be so bad after all, she thought. The sun was starting to set when Andy's father caught up to her. They could see the sun gently fading away while the stars started to shine, like little fireflies in the sky. Seeing the stars out here where there's less light pollution is so much more beautiful, Andy's father quietly muttered. As the moon began to rise, Andy noticed a strange shape in the lake. "What is that?" she exclaimed. He too did not know what they saw, for it was nothing like any creature they know of. All he knew is that there have been some reports of people seeing all kinds of strange creatures. Andy hurried back to the cottage. She vigorously searched for her father's telescope. She picked it up carefully, quickly feeling its cold surface on her warm fingers. She gently placed it on the windowsill in the direction of the lake. She looked frantically for any sign of the creature they saw. Andy's father came rushing up the stairs right behind her. Do you see it? She thought she spotted it and hurriedly gave it the telescope to her dad while she ran to grab a paper and pencil. Andy started to sketch what she saw. She quickly showed her dad the drawing while accidentally hitting the telescope upwards to the sky. Her dad saw something bright, a bunch of stars that caught his eye. You know, your drawing reminds me of a constellation named Cetus. Some say it's a whale, others see sea monster. He points to the sky, getting Andy's attention. That's a whale, Andy thought. It's definitely a sea monster. As they gazed into the stars together, she realized that this trip started out boring, but turned into a moment that she would never forget. Other interpretations of the Cetus constellation include the Black Taurus of the north and the White Tiger of the west in Chinese mythology, as well as a jaguar that created from the Brazilian people representing the god of hurricanes and other violent storms. Thank you for watching.